Harry and Meghan are now living a nightmare that has spiraled out of control. Meghan loved being royal. Royalty was an absolute jackpot. She never wanted to relinquish the ultimate A-lister status she had finally achieved, some person named Jane wrote. Meghan and Harry did not want out. They did not choose their current position. It has been a nightmare that has spiraled out of control for them. From the moment the BRF, British royal family, balked at their initial January statement to the showdown at Sandringham where they had to make their choice. Okay, remember Meghan sent the Instagrams basically saying we're going to be half in, half out, and then she fled the country. To the humiliation of losing permission to use their HRHs, his and her royal highnesses, to the loss of their brand name trademarks, Sussex Royal, to the current catastrophe of trying to launch a new profitable venture in the midst of a global pandemic, they have had a wretchedly rocky road. They're locked down. They can't meet with anybody. Then the other thing I want to cover is Lady Colin Campbell claims Meghan and Harry tried to influence her tell-all book about the couple. In an interview on her YouTube channel, Lady Campbell is asked whether the former royals had tried to influence the contents of her tell-all and replied, yes, they did. Lady Campbell believes Meghan and Harry were behind calls she received from mutual friends seeking to influence the narrative to feed me stuff. So basically, they were trying to feed her false narratives, to basically planting stories. Some of it I was receptive to, some of it I was not. She says she went absolutely ballistic over one approach that was made to her, teasing, I will not go into it. It's in the book, but it was absolutely beyond belief, and I was outraged. And she also claims that Meghan and Harry want Finding Freedom to be released before her book. We're going to look at whether or not Meghan and Harry, particularly Meghan, will have things written into the book Finding Freedom by Omid Scobie and Catherine Durand, specifically trying to rebut things written in Lady Colin Campbell's book. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are living a nightmare. Has their exit from royal life become an unanticipated, out-of-control nightmare? In past reading, I saw Meghan controlling all of the action, and I saw Harry just reacting to her and following along. She's obviously extremely strong-willed, always planning. She executes very ruthlessly. And I think Harry is just no match for Meghan and her will. So has their life become a nightmare now? Because things don't seem to be working out. Positive cards are generally positive. Negative cards are generally negative. These don't look terribly negative. Not a lot of spades. No spades. A heart. A couple of clubs. Some diamonds. Diamonds are faster than clubs. So let's see. Cornucopia, money and everything, all material things, crossed by the woman. And very active. Four-leaf clover. She's very actively building her wealth. 12 and 12, 24, 6 spades, selfishly. Incubus, succubus. She is very actively building her wealth for herself. Behind is the royal family. 10 diamonds is the royal family card. This is a tremendous wealth card. Above, handcuffs and agreements, contracts, acting contracts. This can be the marriage with no love in it. What do we have in the future? Mercury, 2 of hearts, and Mother Earth. 12, 21, 23, 6 clubs. So the future is, the near future is a talking about the close relationship and a baby. This could be another baby announcement. Oh dear. So I don't see a nightmare here and possibly another baby announcement. let's ask. We have to be flexible here. Are Meghan and Harry planning to announce a second baby? The first baby is not really, a lot of people don't believe that Archie exists. A lot of people believe that the second Archie we've seen is a stand-in, just an actor. A lot of people believe that Archie is a girl, and that's going to be a problem when the baby gets, bigger and starts to develop into a girl or a boy, because Archie is officially a boy. I actually believe that the Archie that they're showing us is a new Archie. They had to select another Archie because there was so much trouble with the first Archie from the surrogate. And they chose another Archie. They did a cattle call casting and they cast another Archie. So are they planning to announce another pregnancy? That's a baby. Magi is manifesting scapegoat, cast out outside baby. 2432, 8 spades and 8 spades. No. She wants a baby. She wants to announce another baby, but no. This is out of the question at this time. This is out of the question at this time. So Fox, we've got Queen of Diamonds and King of Diamonds. They're both manifestor cards. Okay, the King of Diamonds is the best manifestor. The Queen of Diamonds is the Fox, very clever and manifests through the situation. Butterfly can be a baby in the stomach. So 5 hearts reacting, manifesting reactions, and baby. 8 hearts is water into wine. That's a conception card. And 4 hearts. 12, 24, 29, 8 hearts again. So conception. This is her plan. She wants to have another child because this very much benefits her. The more children, if she can have another child, she further binds Harry to her. And if she can have another child and she can keep those children, then she has a permanent income, a very spectacular permanent income. I don't know if she can keep the children, but I don't know. It's obviously worth a shot. Let's see here. It's a no-lose situation for her. Reacting to circumstances and transforming the family. Okay. Conception in the family, reacting, and very cleverly. This is a very clever plan. She definitely wants it. I think it's out of the question right now. I think it's not a possibility right now. I think that probably the Queen or the royal family has forbade it. No, you're not doing this now. And she's not able. See, now if she was able to bear a child, then who cares what the royal family says? She can go ahead and get pregnant. They're not going to force her to abort the child. So, and even the complications associated with that would work in her favor. She could claim tremendous victim status. Okay, there's gossip going around that Meghan wants to pull the plug on her marriage as soon as the lockdown ends. We need to look at this. Does Meghan plan to pull the plug as soon as the lockdown ends? Because in a recent reading, I did see finally, okay, in previous readings all the way up until this point, I saw Meghan hanging on to Harry for dear life. She's not going to let him go. Okay, and I see him willing to renew his vows after a mere 2 years. That's odd. Okay, but in that same reading, I saw her looking very angry, very dissatisfied, looking like she wanted out. And that's the first time I've seen that. I always saw him wanting out and her holding on to him. Now I see the reverse. I see him willing to do a renewal of the vows after a mere 2 years, and her kind of wanting out. So is she planning to pull the plug as soon as this lockdown ends? And those very wise people in California have extended the lockdown until August. And where I am, everything's open and nobody's sick. Well, no can be no or full stop. You know, we have a lot of people, you know, making excuses that, you know, oh, it's so stressful being together all the time. We're not used to being locked down in the house all the time. And a lot of conflict is erupting over that because they normally are outside living very busy lives. And now they're just stuck together. So that's another excuse. Is she planning to pull the plug when the lockdown ends? Cornerstone, solid foundation of the relationship. Full stop, 1519, 5 clubs. Decisions, this path or that path. Full stop of the relationship and the foundation. A decision to stop the relationship and and their current foundation together. Underneath, olive tree, snake, and cup overflowing. Of course, based on emotion, we always get the cup overflowing and the devil with Meghan. Snake is almost the devil, very negative. So some very big problems in the relationship and just a lot of fighting. 28, 7 spades. Hidden in the relationship, they're fighting like cats and dogs. Okay, and it's really bad. So she definitely is thinking about ending the relationship when the lockdown lifts, which would be August in California, in woke California. And I wonder if they're going to back off of that, because that's just crazy. I think more people are going to die from suicide and bankruptcy and starvation than will die from this disease. Okay, so she is thinking about it. So, Colin Campbell, Lady Colin Campbell, says that Meghan and Harry were hiring people, you know, getting people to plant stories. So did Meghan and Harry hire people, tell people to call Lady Colin Campbell to plant false stories to change the direction of the book? That's interesting. That's very underhanded. Meghan and Harry try to plant, get people to try to plant stories in Lady Colin Campbell's book. Veil secretly create problems for her. 12, 8, 5 spades. 5 spades and 5 spades. Yeah, they don't want this book to come out for the whole world. Blocked it from the whole world secretly. They're trying to stop this book from coming out altogether. They don't want this book to come out altogether. Many people committed to a plan and a 11, 13, 4 hearts. People that she knows, she had a lot of people calling up Lady Colin Campbell to misdirect her in wrong directions so that it would stop the book from coming out, so that Lady Colin Campbell would essentially there would be too much contradictory evidence. You see how it's going. The latest news, yesterday's news, was it was Harry's decision to leave the royal family. Everyone knows it's Meghan's decision. That's the kind of thing, just denying the obvious. The hand holding the knife. I'm not holding a knife, but the hand is in her hand. The knife is in her hand. Okay, and another thing, we've got the competing book, 5 Finding Freedom by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand. They called her Catherine Durand. I believe her name is Carolyn Durand. And she's the real writer. Omid Scobie, he's the sugar. And it's a hagiography, which is just basically a worshipful account. Is Finding Freedom being rewritten to respond to the things written in Lady Colin Campbell's book? Because it's out in England and some of the viewers are reading it. I'm not able to get it. I'm in the U.S. It's not available in the U.S. yet. So is Finding Freedom being rewritten to respond to items written in Lady Colin Campbell's book? Because they can do that. Is Finding Freedom being rewritten to respond to Colin Campbell's book? We have Finger of God, outside influence, putting a sweet face on it, revealed. The things in Colin Campbell's book are revealed. And she wants to put a sweet face on it. So yeah, 3 clubs, 8 and 11, 3 clubs, 2 threes. So it's a building action. Absolutely, they are responding to the things written in Lady Colin Campbell's book. Underneath, earthquake, big change, earthquake in their control. Ruler is about control and leadership, 23, 6 clubs. Yeah, so the earthquake comes, and in 2, 3, 4 minutes, everything that you're building is destroyed. So it's completely diverted and changed what Meghan and Harry were building and saying in the book. The construction of the book has completely changed in reaction to what Lady Colin Campbell wrote. So they're very furiously rewriting Finding Freedom. They're furiously rewriting it to deal with the things written in Colin Campbell's book. So that's very interesting. So she must have wrote some important stuff and revealed. She would have had to reveal things that they're not able to deny, because people will go and research, like Andrew said, well, I never sweat. And then the next day, there's all these pictures on the internet of him sweating buckets. So it's that kind of thing. And I'm sure they learned from other royals making these verbal claims that are so easily refuted. And that's what's going to happen. And you can't go making these, worshipful claims in your Finding Freedom book that are just so easily refuted, and specifically being refuted by Lady Colin Campbell's book. All right, so let's review. Has Harry and Meghan's life become a nightmare? No. No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Meghan building her fortune and getting contracts and potentially a baby. So over there, I looked at it, that's not a baby. She wants a baby. She can keep plugging away at that, keep nagging at Harry. As long as she's got Harry, she can keep trying to do that. Until he is separated from her, she can keep working that, and I think she will. So they're communicating, it's not a baby, they're communicating about the close relationship, 23. They're talking about how wonderful things are between them, between Harry and Meghan and Archie. Archie's not here. We don't see Archie anywhere in here. We only see female cards. So it's all Meghan driving the action, and yeah, it's all Meghan. Just female cards are showing up, not even Jack's, nothing. So it's not hell. Meghan's a survivor. She's a hard worker and a fighter. So are they planning to announce a baby at this time? Here's a baby. Here's manifesting a baby. No way. No way to manifesting a baby, and it doubles. It adds 8 spades as well, 24, 32. So I think this is verboten by the palace. Meghan really wants a baby. She really, really, really wants a baby. But another baby. But that's not That's literally, that's not in the cards. I think it's verboten by the palace. Okay, is Meghan planning to divorce Harry at lockdown? They're fighting like cats and dogs behind the scenes. It's really, it's really crazy. Throwing dishes, throwing tea on people. She is looking at this. I think she keeps all of her options open. She's looking at a full stop. The theme of this, even on the surface, the theme is a full stop, and underneath it's just crazy fighting. So she is looking at it. And I did see Meghan finally in another reading looking at, she was showing devil energy, like she can do whatever she wants and she doesn't care who she hurts, with regard specifically to her relationship with Harry. She's got Harry where she wants him, and she feels that she's in control right now. So she is looking at divorcing him. Is Meghan trying through sugars to plant stories in Lady Colin Campbell's book? Absolutely. And she literally doesn't want this book to come out at all. And there's a whole bunch of people involved, a whole bunch of people committed to planting fake stories for Lady Colin Campbell's book. But she's smart enough to realize it. Okay, are they rewriting Finding Freedom by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand? Because of the revelations being made, her Lady Colin Campbell's book is out. She can read it. You can get a copy. I can't get a copy yet in America. I mean, if I really worked at it, I guess I could. But they have the book, and they're reading there, like going, "Oh no," okay, and it's completely changed what they're going to write in the Finding Freedom book. They're addressing specifically the allegations made by Lady Colin Campbell. That's how good that book is going to be. So if you can get a copy, go ahead and pick up a copy, because I think you're going to enjoy, Lady Colin Campbell's book, because I think there's some really good stuff in there. And I can't wait to read it myself. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who have bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.